Hey everyone, this is Rock from StageInTheSky.com, and we need to take a moment to talk about this woman. And not just this woman, but not even just women, but just people in general who they don't understand what it means to have compassion. Or rather, their brand of compassion is so off the mark that it's actually it does more harm than good. It's dangerous, right? For those who don't know, this woman is a therapist. She just got fired because I guess her videos she's been posting videos about men and how men need to increase their emotional intelligence and emotional vocabulary. And I found out, I just saw a video on O'Shea and I was like, oh, I need to talk about this because this is flipping incredible. And the thing is, she got fired. And if you see the video, I think I understand why she got fired. And I don't agree with the whole firing. I don't believe that a woman or a man should lose their livelihood because they posted their opinions. But if you work for a company where those opinions affect their business, I understand. And you got to be careful. Even in my videos, I say a lot of critical stuff about women or today's modern culture. And I say it also, ladies and gentlemen, with compassion, right? In my videos, when I talk to women, you can hear the reluctance in my voice. I'm not doing this to get a rise or to make anyone upset or offend anyone, but I'm doing this to really help people. And I'm not angry with women. I'm not angry with men. I'm angry with culture. I'm angry with criminals. I'm angry with people who take advantage, people who break God's law, right? So anyone who's a player, anyone who's bragging about all the sex and all of the money, I'm angry with them because of the influence they have on the younger generation. Now, going back to this person, I'll give you a little clip of what she says.
The comment says, I wish men would understand that emotional intelligence is so important because of how much clarity/security it would bring to your lives. Y'all think bitches be talking in y'all ear just to be talking. We don't. Y'all think bitches want to argue with y'all because y'all refuse to expand your emotional vocabulary. We don't. It's to provide clarity for both us and y'all dusty bitches. Let me stop. This really truly irks me because when I say you need to expand your emotional vocabulary, it's so your life can be easier. Don't you want to be able to communicate with your bitch? I think yes, right? Make their own self and we can pay for our own shit. So I'm gonna need y'all to catch up on the emotional part. If a bitch is telling you I need you to communicate more, open your mouth. But you know what I realized? And let me back up. A common misconception about me as a clinician is that 90% of my clientele have been men, Black men specifically. And what we specifically work on is expanding their emotional vocabulary because a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't even have the words to express how you're feeling. When they're telling y'all to go to therapy, it's not for us, it's for y'all sad motherfuckers.
Anyone with half a mind, your experience, you can tell that there's a lot of aggression and angst. Like, she is talking down, straight up talking. And when black women, on my videos, they always say, oh, well, you're bashing black women. Any criticism, doesn't matter how lovely, how nice you tell that person, they will say, hey, you're bashing black women. Here she is bashing, like she is just grinding you down. And let's take a point of view. Let's say she is really trying to help men, right? She's thinking about men's mental health and she's trying to help us, right? Here's why I don't think a lot of people get or understand. I'm going to talk mainly to black people on this one. I think that her rhetoric and her level of compassion, if that was compassion in her eyes, I think it probably speaks to a subset of black men who will probably see that and like, yeah, you're right, you know? Like the hard, like, oh, he hard. I'm not that guy. I'm not. When I hear someone, it's abrasive. Like when you hear someone talk like that to you, especially when you're down and out, you're, in the dumps, you're depressed and you're feeling sorry for yourself, you need encouragement, you need uplifting, and you hear that, dude, like the gun looks good. If I'm on the ledge, and I'm hearing her trying to talk me down from the ledge, talking to me like, oh, you need to do this. I'm like, dude, that pavement's looking good. I'm not saying that to be joking. I'm not saying that to be disparaging towards the self-deletion rate, but that is a real thing. And sadly, I don't think people were taught really how to be compassionate. When it comes to really speaking to a person with love and care and affection. Just saying love, care, and affection from a man makes me look soft, right? It makes me look weak. But these things are important.
All of this started with a Psychology Today article stating that men are lonelier than ever because they have no emotional skills. And I agreed and doubled down and told y'all that y'all lives would radically improve if you expanded the that came out your mouth. But instead of healing, y'all will do anything but that. Instead of being accountable, like, hey, this see me, and stirred a little bit, y'all got so hurt that you contacted massa. That's exactly what happened. So first the post goes viral on Twitter, cause y'all need help, and y'all wanted to argue with blue till they blew in the face. Some of you hoes not gonna be saved, and that's the conclusion that I've come to. So because this shit's gone viral, I'm thinking, okay, cool, we starting a discussion on mental health, and people are, you might not like my delivery, but starting to talk, you know, shaking the tables. I don't give a
And I said that here's the problem with today's culture, is it's like they really don't know how to empathize, nurture, support, and encourage. You know, like these are feminine qualities that I guess society has deemed weak or not cool. You know, it's like when you turn on every movie, all of the main female characters, they act like men, you know, but in a female body. And they push that as cool because it's cool to be men and it's cool to be masculine as opposed to feminine, you know, like this is what men marry, this is what men want, this is what we want for our children. My last video where I said, you know, the woman basically challenged Sneako on the self-deletion rate. Sneako basically said,
and I would say men have it harder just based off the fact that like girls can walk around saying that they're 10s. Like the inflated self-esteem that social media has provided has made the average woman way happier than the average man. The average man is like, a lot of them are invisible and miserable now. And we don't talk about that. The self-deletion rate being 5 times higher for men than women is something that like no one even thinks or talks about. But we talk about the wage gap and Roe v. not being able to kill a baby is why women are oppressed. It's nonsense.
Whose fault is that though?
Woman says, whose fault is that? And I was like, why would you say that? And a commenter said, well, what if she just wanted to challenge him? Okay, why though? Why? Like, what is the point of challenging him? It's like, I get that some people do need to be challenged to get better, but the wisdom would tell you, and this is where I feel like people don't have compassion. Compassion is putting yourself in the other person's shoes, right? If you're on the edge of the ledge, just play with me here. You know, we're on the edge of the ledge, right? I'm thinking about self-deletion. I'm seeing 5 stories down. Nothing's going right in my life. I'm messing up in everything. I failed at everything, and I just want to end it all. What flipping good does it do to have someone right up there challenging me? I've been challenged. That's why I'm here. I've had associates commit self-deletion. So, and in my early 30s, I'm 36 now, you know, in my early 30s, I thought about it myself, you know, it's my arrogance and my drive and, you know, the fact that I found God that keeps me going, you know, but in this world, like, all right, I'll tell you this. A couple of weeks ago, I had a friend from my boxing class call me, and he was telling me about being a entrepreneur, and, you know, he's like, you know, generational wealth. That's a big word that's floating around. I don't have a wife. I don't have children. I have a niece. I know my dad. I know my family love me, but I really don't care about this world. There's nothing in this world that really keeps me longing to be here. You know, as a Christian, I seek first the kingdom of heaven. I believe that in this life, I want to enjoy it and enjoy the blessings, you know, as a gift that it is. And there are cool things I enjoy about life. However, by and large, I see this world for what it is. It is wicked. People are, not all people, but just society. Like when you turn on the news, when you look at the articles, when you see people like this who have no compassion, you know, or their compassion is so twisted that they think they're trying to help, and that's all because it's like they don't know any better, right? They lack the ability to really empathize. I'm not saying that those are the reasons why I thought about self-deletion. I thought about, it's just purpose, right? Like, what's my purpose here in life? Now, I found purpose in my writing and doing these videos because I do want to teach people the truth about Christianity, and, you know, because there's so much going around. I always encourage people to go straight to the source, you know, read the Bible for yourself, and then take responsibility about what you believe and what you interpret. But I found purpose, so I keep going. I keep driving. I will never do this self-deletion. However, I understand it. That's what I'm really trying to get at. I understand the feelings of ending it all. I had a conversation with an older lady who I worked with, and she lost her husband a couple years ago, and I knew the husband. You know, he gave me a lot of good advice in my late 20s, and we were just talking about that purpose. ladies and gentlemen, if you guys really want to have compassion and show men support and encouragement, and because it's not just women, women need support, and everyone does. You know, everyone who's struggling needs help. Whether you're a man, woman, black, white, it doesn't matter. Like, everyone could use a shoulder to lean on, you know, a helping hand to be lifted up, you know. But when you lift a hand, don't spit on them and kick them while they're down. Like, yeah, you ain't gonna mount nothing anyway. Now get your hand, let's go. No. Like, there's a way you can do that. And I think, and I keep hammering on the black culture, is that, like, she's talking to men as if we're all brick walls. As if the way she's talking to us wouldn't kick us down further than we already felt, you know? And it kills me because she's supposed to be a therapist, right? I thought, you know, the whole point of being a therapist is to understand the other person's feelings. This person, even if it was like some kind of mockumentary, or, you know, it's just her own style, where she's just trying to reach her audience. Bad, dude. It's just brutal, right? I really hope that the instances I'm seeing between this woman and the other woman with Sneako, you know, I really hope that it's not widespread. Maybe it's just me, you know, it's just what the media is feeding us. It's just what's coming across my feed, you know, and it doesn't speak to the larger audience or society in general. However, I don't know, just me personally, just from the videos, because I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep trying to encourage men to be open and honest, and to seek first the kingdom of heaven and do what's good in God's eyes. But the fact, I guess what I really just wanted to encourage people is just to consider the fact that all men are not the same. All men are men. When you hear people say, oh, well, real man would do this. We're all men. Everyone who's born with a certain genitalia, we're men. The real men that you're talking about is a perception of a stereotype that you were fed. And if you think all men are like that, I hate to say it, but you're narrow-minded, right? You're narrow-minded. All men are different. You know, that doesn't make us less than a man because we're not what you perceive to be a man. We are just different. Some of us have different levels of masculinity, different forms and different interpretations of masculinity. We are all different. I won't even go so far as to say accept us as you are, but at the very least, when you see him on the ledge, when you see them down and out, don't flip and kick them when they're down. For us who are struggling, you see that, it's like it diminishes hope. Really, especially if we're single, right? You know, it's like we want to get married, we want to find a wife for our, you know, and a mother for our children, and it's like we look at that and it's like, oh my God, is that what's out there? Anyways, I had to share, man. I really hope I'm wrong about what I'm seeing. I hope that. Also, okay, I'll say this. One last thing, I'll stop. I posted another video about the difference between white and black cultures. A lot of videos have been coming out about, oh, well, you know, black men, they're wrong for dating outside the race. I don't think we are. I think we're Americans. You know, I think slavery ended back in 1865, and we can date whoever we want. I don't see, oh, she's a white woman, I'm gonna go for her, as so many people like to, you know, oh, that's what black men want, you know, as if we put white women on a pedestal. That's not what we do, or that's not what I do. You hear my voice. You see my culture, right? I don't listen to, I'm not blasting Snoop Dogg. I couldn't tell you the popular rapper of the day. You know, I don't know. My culture is whatever. Okay, that sounds, right now, Ice 9 Kills, you know, Crown the Empire. I still listen to Big Bang from Korea. If y'all never heard of that, sorry, that's the music I listen to. What kind of shows I listen to or watch? Vikings, Better Call Saul. You know, I like shows that stimulate the mind, or I can learn something, I could take something from. You know, and I think the women I want to get with are women who appreciate and accept that about me. Not someone who's going to come in my house like, you know what you need to do? You need to change your clothes, and you need to do this and mold me into someone from, I don't want to say the hood, man. My point is, when it comes to stuff like this and the lack of compassion, I think that if you are born with this idea that black men are a certain stereotype and that's all the stereotype you know, it makes sense why you're not finding any kind of luck with men who are black and are like me. Because if you act like Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion, I'm going to see you, I'm going to think you're beautiful, I'm going to think you're hot, but I don't think we're going to get along. I think you're going to see me as corny and lame. I'm going to look at you like, man, every time I talk to her, she's going to get mad and think that I'm condescending or I'm too uppity. Because my vocabulary is out there and I'm a thinking man. You know, my favorite show is The Last Last Kingdom, the bastard things. That's me, you know. And yeah, you're gonna accuse me of, oh, you self-hating, because there are a lot of things about black culture I just don't like. I think we could do better. Michael Hickman just passed away, and Jason Whitlock's been talking about it, and I'm really glad he's been doing that, you know. And I can go on and on. The reason why you bring up white culture, because if I date outside my race, it's not because a woman has a different shade of color or I don't like black women. It's because I go where I'm appreciated and accepted, right? And I think between white culture and black culture, I do think that some cultures are raised to be more nurturing, sweeter, softer, more affectionate.
Like, white women, they cater like better, like they're more submissive than black women. Black women, they talk back.
We didn't have to say that.
That's what I'm saying. Like black women, we talk
about
back. We talk back. Like we don't listen. We're not as submissive as a white woman. Like,
so why your tone can't be in a conversation tone?
it shouldn't be like a situation where you're like, you think she's talking you crazy. She's telling you how she feels, and you should take that in consideration before anything explodes.
What you even saying that you got other women like a white woman, she could have that same conversation with a regular
They'd be like,
tone.
honey,
Exactly.
they talk to you so like loving.
And you know,
like,
and
no.
you know how good it is to have a regular conversation about something that's bothering somebody.
Yo,
and
men,
like, and
men want peace
in a peaceful
at the
way.
end of the day.
No,
men
but
want
some men,
peace.
okay,
and
but
that
when
combative, listen, that combative nature that I don't need a man for nothing mentality.
Oh, they always say that.
That masculine.
Y'all always say that.
You're saying that's how black women act?
I'm not all black women.
Okay.
But I'm just saying sometimes.
That's what we're talking about, though. Black women and white women.
My little brother, he's in his 30s. He just came back from South Korea. He's dating a woman from Venezuela, you know, and just the way he talks about her, you know, like he acts like he found the perfect one, you know, and because she loves this man, you know, like she feeds him, and you just looking for a servant? No, like she takes pleasure in that. Some cultures, they're raised to do that for the men. Not saying that that's what I want. I don't care. I can cook, clean, I can do everything for myself. I've been living by myself since I was 22. All I need for my woman to be is supportive, look beautiful, uplift me, encourage me. You know, I don't even need, because I was telling my little brother, you know, my biggest problem when it comes to women is that for some reason, especially women of my same age, they hear me, they hear the way I talk, they hear what I think, and they know I'm an intellectual, and for some reason they want to one-up me. Like, it becomes a competition with every I don't need you. I don't need you for that, you know? I don't need you to challenge me and get me thinking I'm already doing that, you know? Just come home, tell me about your day, tell me about the girl who stole your paper clips, you know? Tell me about what's going on with you, you know? And I'll help you. I'll love to talk about it. I can joke, I'll rip jokes all day, you know? I don't need you to come home and then hear about some theory that I've come up with, that I'm putting together, and then, okay, well, he's saying something intelligent, let me say something too, you know? Or belittle me and say, well, have you thought about, I have. As a writer, I put myself in the other person's shoes, I've considered the opposition, I know what the contrarian is going to say before you even say it. So when I deal with women like that, and I hear the, well, to be fair, or make sure you consider I have. And then it becomes combative because now I'm upset and angry and not annoyed with you, and then you're upset and you're, oh, Rock's annoying, I can't talk to him about anything, because just be you, darling. Like, all right, man, that's enough.